Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another Team of the Week player review, and we are looking at second in form, Martial from Manchester United. He has had that position change to the left mid spot, and I was playing him in all kinds of positions just because I've played over, I think it was 18 games in total, which is ridiculous. But if you do enjoy the review, please do drop a like, and if you are needing coins to afford him or to get stocked up for Team of the Year, head over to FIFAUltimateTeamCoins.com, links below in the description. Use the code Fuji for a discount, or if you're wanting to purchase games, then you can head over to G2A for that and use the code Fuji. Alright, let's crack on. So like I said, I've played a load of games with the card, but to finalize the review, I played 6 games in the 4-3-2-1 formation, which is just best suited for him in my opinion. And the stats on this card: 87 pace, 80 shot, 65 passing, 83 dribbling, 27 defense, and 67 physical. And there you go, 18 games, 11 goals and 6 assists. And I just want to stress, these games were played in Division 3. You guys have been asking to see if these players can hack it in the top divisions, and that is what I'm going to be providing you guys with my reviews from now on. Match rating wise, no problem there. His in-game stats, it's a bit of a weird one really, because loads of negatives but some positives to take away. He's got good dribbling, good finishing, and his pace, 87 pace. If you put 95 pace on that stat and then played with him in game, you probably could believe it. Like, he is lightning quick, he's got decent work rates, he hasn't got the 4-star skills, but it's kind of irrelevant with this year's FIFA. If you know how to do the no-touch dribbling, then you're going to be fine. But yeah, if you want to pause the video to check out his stats, please do. But let's get into the clips. Here we go. So his price right now, I just quickly checked, it is 80,000 coins, or 80 to 90,000, which is what he's going to be settling at after the time of the video is uploaded. And I've got to say, the difference between the first in form and the second in form, it is really hard to tell. The only notable change is the obvious one, the position change out on the wing. And in my opinion, unless you actually play him in the left forward spot, he is pretty damn useless. Unless you're an absolutely outstanding dribbler and you can get past your opponent's defense, no problems. But in these top divisions, any players are going to struggle. It's hard to break down these quality players, and with him being out wide, you have to do a lot. And what I was finding myself doing is maybe beating one or two and actually laying it back onto the edge just by passing, because if you start crossing, it's not very accurate at all. His finishing though is outstanding really. For an 80 rated card, the amount of goals that go in, sometimes it is a little frustrating because you're just so used to his quality, because you know what he can actually possess and do, and then when he misses, you're like, what? Nah, come on, what are you doing? But no, he is a very good finisher. His finesse shots as well, I wouldn't do them too much just because his curve is really low, but I don't think that hinders him too much. Like, when you are through and you're in the box and you finesse it, it does go in, so I'm not too sure why it's so low with the curve. Maybe due to the crossing and that. I'm not really too sure how the stats work on FIFA. But strength wise, because he's so quick to turn, and with his skill, like, it is snappy. Doing the no touch, literally he has full control over the ball and he's lightning quick, so strength doesn't really come into play. It's not a huge factor just because he's so agile on the ball and he can quickly turn. And overall, like, heading accuracy, yeah, I don't know, he doesn't really head the ball too much. When I try and like switch the play to then head it back to my striker, he wasn't winning that many headers. But what I was doing with him, it was literally passing it over, doing some nice link up play, putting it over to him and letting him go on a skill run and then cutting it back across. But definitely, if you are going to purchase the card, please do play him in a 4-3-2-1, or even sub him striker in some other team, because that is the only difference between the first in form and the second in form. Yeah, maybe the dribbling is a little more refined in his finishing. Probably the percentage has been upped a little bit, but overall, you're buying exactly the same card, but you're paying a little less, or is it a little more? I'm not really too sure how much this first in form is going for right now. But yeah, it's that position change. So if you are wanting maybe to bring him into a hybrid, then he's going to be perfect. But I would just settle for the first in form, or just wait until maybe he gets the team of the season. I don't know, probably not. But yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed another review, please do drop a like on the video. And if you want me to actually check out any of the other players from this week's Team of the Week, drop their names in the comments, and I will see you on the next video. Team out. Peace.